Hi, I'm Yolanda Vanveen from vanveenbulbs.com, and in this segment we're going to learn all about the best conditions for growing perennial flowers. Now my theory is pretty much anywhere a weed will grow, a perennial flower will grow. So if you've got areas in your yard that are kind of in the corner that you're not watering that well, but you're still having lots of weeds coming up there, you can put a perennial flower bed there because there's a lot of plants that really don't need a lot of water. Or you have an area that's really kind of shady and you think it's kind of too shady for a garden, but you always have all kinds of weeds coming up. That's also a great place for a perennial flower bed because if weeds will grow, flowers will grow. And if you've got moss or you've got nothing but pine needles, pretty much all you can do is create a gorgeous Japanese moss garden. So there's lots of options and you can work with what you have. The most important part of a perennial garden is figuring out what can do sun and what can do shade. There's so many gorgeous flowers that love the sun, but there's also a lot of flowers that can grow better in shade. So saying that, it's really not about sun or shade, it's warm or cold, because you can have a garden area that's really cold because it's near deep forest, but it's in the sun and nothing grows well, or you can have a really shady area in the city near the street and the sidewalk that's shady, but even sunflowers just thrive there. So go ahead and break the rules. Just plant a few flowers at a time. So when designing your perennial beds, I try to get color every season of the year. So you have color in spring, summer, and fall. Of course, I'm partial to flower bulbs, but there's so many other plants that you can select. I love grasses, I love sedums, I love hostas. So pick and choose, and it's your garden party. So when selecting flowers for your flower bed, don't really take it too seriously. Whenever you see something that you like, pick it up. Ask if it's sun or shade and plant it. You can always move it later. So when planting your beds, just remember to have flowers that love the sun or flowers that love the shade, and mix and match. And then you'll have color in a succession. So you can have lots of color, different times of the year. Make sure you have good drainage, because a lot of flowers in the middle of winter will rot out. But outside of that, there's really no bad places to start a perennial bed. You can have a large garden, an acre garden, or you can have just a little container on your deck. If weeds will grow in that container, so will plants. So go out there and buy as many plants as you can and start your own gardens.